Hello and welcome. I'm Sarah Hobson. I am with Wider Path Home, and which is sponsored by Embrace Home Loans. And we're here today with the Up Center housing counselors, Erica Ramjohn and Delonda Boyd. And they are here to talk with you about budgeting and savings, and also about their upcoming workshops and how to get signed up with them. And what you will find when you get signed up with them, what you need to bring, how you need to be ready, and how they can support and help you. Erica and Delonda, welcome so much. It's great to have you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
So either one of you can get us started. We're here to talk about budgeting and saving today, and what you provide and what sort of concepts you help people understand about how to budget, how to save, and then also how to get signed up with you. So I will let you guys take it away.
Excellent. Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to start. My name is Erica Ramjohn, and my title here is now Senior HUD Certified Housing Counselor. However, my specialty is I specialize in foreclosure prevention counseling or default and delinquency counseling. But my passion is also for the first-time home buyer who will need pre-purchase counseling, which is before you purchase the house. And that involves budgeting, credit counseling. It involves even a touch of some mental counseling to get you mentally prepared for becoming a first-time home buyer. And we do monthly education classes, let's call it that, because we touch on different subjects, and we're gonna talk about that a little later. But today we want to share some just some tips that you might begin to consider as you think about becoming a first-time home buyer on your path to home ownership, let's say. You may need some help. And we are here to offer you, we here at the Up Center, and our office is in the Ghent area of Norfolk, Virginia. Beautiful place. And it's actually very nice out here today. I wish you all were here in person, but as we know, during the pandemic, it's social distancing. So you're seeing me from all the way here. Anyway, the information though is what you're going to be interested in, and how we can help you on that path to home ownership. Budgeting, credit counseling, again, as I said, as a pre-purchase home buyer. We start with a financial triage, which involves an intake process, and which is a simple thing. An intake process is, of course, just giving us your basic information, name, address, if you can bake cookies or not. That's part of the intake process. But basic information is what we are trying to gather from you. And in that short intake process, we're going to introduce ourselves to you, like this is an introduction. And we get to know who you are. You get to know the services that we are going to offer you and help you. And best of all, it is free service. Imagine that. 2021, we are getting free stuff. And this is for real. You know, they say free stuff and, you have to pay for it. No, what you're going to pay is you're going to pay attention. You're going to pay real attention to the process of becoming a first-time home buyer, and paying attention with us helping you develop or create and then develop a budget. A lot of us have a budget in here, and as we leave the office, we know we got paid, let's say $1,200, but as we turn the corner, we don't know where Cookout came from or Wendy's, and the car just went in there, and all of a sudden, we are actually leaving with a paycheck of, $1,000. We spent $200 just like that, and it was not in the budget. So we will help you create a sustainable budget where you can be guided, and you follow something that is if you want to be really, really a serious first-time home buyer. We help you with developing and creating that budget. We work with you on your expenses and show you where the income might be a little smaller than the outgo. So how do we how shall the twain meet? How shall you even break even or get to the point of having a little that you can put aside in a saving? And that's where my good co-worker and friend and buddy, Delanda, and she is not in office like I am. She is already home, but she is working remotely, and I thank the good Lord for my co-workers. Delanda is amazing, and she can share with you, and I'm going to turn it over to her. She's going to talk to you about ways to incorporate savings into your monthly budget, or however she wants to put it to you. Take it away, Delanda.
Thank you, Erica. My name is Delanda Boyd. I'm a certified HUD housing financial counselor. This is pretty new to me. I haven't been in the field very long, but I have learned a lot. And I have my senior housing counselor there to help aid and lead and guide me. But what I have experienced with some of the clients coming in, they don't feel that when they have their income that there's any money to save, because the money that they have, it goes out very quickly. One tip that I do have is when you pay yourself first, that's saving. Of course, when you do your budget, you want to look at the amount of money that comes into your bank account monthly. If you can write that down on a piece of paper, if you have a notebook, put it in a notebook. Some people are tech savvy. There are lots of apps out there. I know there's one good one that Dave Ramsey has out. It's called Every Dollar. And it's a good app because you can input all of your information as far as what your income is from all the different sources. You can even put when those incomes come in, and then you would list out all of your expenses. The app gives you categories, so you don't have to come up with categories. It lays it out for you. If you do have other expenses that are not on the app, it gives you the option to add that to it. One tip that I would give when it comes to saving is, once your main bills, which is your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, your groceries, your transportation, those expenses, once they are paid, and you have discretionary income left over, to try to set a goal of saving the minimum of maybe 5% of that income and setting it into another account. Some tries to leave their savings in their checking account. It's not really a good practice to do that, because when you have money flowing all into one bank account and you're constantly swiping, the savings will easily get lost or spent at Wendy's, Cookout, Burger King, Walmart, or some of your favorite shopping places, online, Amazon. But if you use a separate account and have that money go over there automatically to set up an automatic draft, that is the best practice.
I told you guys Delanda is amazing. You're going to get the information with us here at the Up Center. Ain't no two ways about it. You're going to get what I learned something today on a training I'm doing, an advanced foreclosure prevention training, and they talked about solution-focused counseling. And I love that solution focus, because that's what we do here. We are all about the solutions to help you get to those solid solutions. But you will get the solutions. We have the information. If we don't have the information ourselves, we know where to reach out and get it. And I guess that's why Sarah called on us to share this information with you. And we are just happy that we can do that. And you certainly can reach out to us. And I think Sarah will share our contact information at the end because she's going to post up some upcoming viral classes that we put on, and you will be able to get more information through those classes. So Sarah, thank you, and you can share, go ahead and share.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so here's one of several classes that are coming up for the Up Center. Understanding credit and credit improvement strategies. There is a Zoom that you'll want to sign up for. You can just kind of hold your camera up to this little icon and it will generate the link for you to the Zoom meeting. And these are the different times, 3 to 4:30 on, we've already had March 10th, but July 14th, October 13th, and December 18th. Can tell you already, we've also recorded a session which gives some advanced information on credit, or just a precursor information on Wider Path Home Facebook. So you'll be able to hear from the Up Center there as well. And you can get a sense of how much they cover, the ground that they cover with credit. And this workshop will take you even deeper into credit and all the different dimensions of it. And would you like to say anything else about this workshop?
They got to sign up because, you know, I'm not sure if there's a limit on the Zoom thing. All we know, we want to be sharing some great information. So the earlier they sign up, they register, I should say, the better for them.
Okay, great. And then I have a couple of other sessions that you have coming up as well. So let me share my screen on these ones too. Here it comes, and let me share. So this session is, make sure I can get it nice and big for you. This session is fair housing, equal opportunity, understanding your lease agreement, your tenant landlord rights and responsibilities, fair housing, identifying Virginia's 8 protected classes, as well as question and answer sessions. So the next session on fair housing, which is so important to understand your rights as a homeowner or as a renter. And when you're working with your landlord, there's going to be life-saving information here, as Erica gave in her introduction. But this class is going to be on September 8th from 3 to 4:30. Again, it's a Zoom sign up. Do you want to say anything else about this, Erica or Delanda?
Delanda, you can, I think that the flyer says it all, but Delanda is the one I think going to be on one of our other certified housing counselors. We have all our counselors, by the way, are HUD certified. We are all HUD certified housing counselors, and Miss Anne Marie Thomas is our fair housing person here, and our co-worker, and I think she's going to be the one doing that class.
Okay.
All right, Delanda?
Yes, I assist her with the fair housing.
Right. Excellent.
Class. Fair housing is also good to know even in the home buying process, because you do have rights as well as being a home buyer when it comes to lending practices, when it comes to working with a realtor when you're out seeking a home. So there is a whole lot in there. Come join the class. And you would be able to ask all the questions. Of course, we may not necessarily be able to cover. There is a lot because we have 8 protected classes in the state of Virginia. Each state may have their own certain protected classes, but then there's also 7 that are federal laws that are protected classes as well. So in the state of Virginia, you're able to be protected with a wide range of areas that are covered.
So things like having a disability or being a woman, being Black, are those the protected classes kinds of things that we're talking about?
Yes, you have race, you have you do have disability, you have familiar status, that deals with children, and it's a law that helps to protect those under the age of 18. And a lot of times they don't even know that they're being discriminated against. But we will talk about different things you may hear or signs you may see that the wording is discriminatory.
Thank you so much. What a rich class. I need to take this class. Okay, and then we've got one more. I'm going to open this one up. Okay, and this is a mortgage delinquency.
Oh yeah, that's my hot button. That's where I come in. I work on the other end after you have purchased your home and there may have been some sort of hardship, whether you lost your job, there was an illness, some sort of disability, there may have been a death or a divorce, hardships, genuine hardships. We would help you. If the first question will be if you want to retain the home. Some people really don't, and that can be it can be a negative down the road if you wasted time trying to hold this person here and their real goal was supposed to be, hey, no, I want to move on. So from retaining the home to transitioning out of the home, that's the whole process behind default and delinquency, going into foreclosure prevention or foreclosure intervention. It's a whole lot of interplay there in the whole foreclosure, mortgage default and delinquency process. And that's where I would help the client once they decide they want to retain the home, help them through that intricate process of what they call loss mitigation. Mitigating the loss of income or whatever it is has caused the hardship. It is, in some cases, it's a long process. In some other cases, it can be 30 days, but each case is individual. I try not to have, I'm cautious, in fact, with clients to give them the hope that this is a quick process. We are happy when it is a quick process, but I kind of give them a heads up that it is a process. And as long as we follow the path that is set out already for the loss mitigation process, and they follow that path, we will get to a goal, a positive one, hopefully. And in most cases, we do, if once we follow the guidelines. And I help them with the follow-ups, to speaking the language of the lender to the lender as they advocate the specialized mortgage default and delinquency housing counselor. And some homeowners are surprised that they got the result that they wanted. They got that positive result because they had probably tried before to do it on their own, to do what we call a loan modification or forbearance or a repayment plan or whatever the outcome they are looking for. They had tried it on their own and they were unsuccessful because they probably didn't follow the path. They didn't follow that. There is a pathway to get there. So that's where we come in as the housing counselor, to be that advocate and help them navigate that whole loss mitigation process. All of us have simply emailed delanda.boyd@theupcenter.org. And that's what we do. We get you back on the right path when you start falling off the wagon.